Hey everyone, Michelle Jab here, clinical psychologist and crazy love coach. If it's the first time you're joining me, what I do is to build everlasting and meaningful relationships from the inside out. Because I believe that a woman can get anything she wants in life unless she loves herself first. So this is what I do with my amazing clients all day long. And I love seeing the amazing results that we're getting, actually, especially today. So what are we doing here? Well, I have this lovely community. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you everybody. So I have this lovely community, the Walking Tall Woman. It's an amazing group of support, and I have women there from all over the world, and weekly I ask them what is the topic they want to talk about or they want me to answer them about. And this week, one of the fabulous ladies there asked me to answer a very particular question, a question that is very dear to my heart, because this is a topic that I talk about all day long with each and every one of my clients. It seems that I attract this kind of clients. It's when to walk away. So before doing that, before starting talking about that, I'm gonna ask you to click on the share button and share this video so I can inspire more women, so we can make a change in the maximum of people, you know. So click the share button and listen up. If you want to ask me your own questions, well, I'm gonna invite you to join my community. The link is on top of this video, but I'll get back to this at the end of the session. So please feel free to type your questions. If you have any question for me about the topic we're talking about today, I will answer you at the end of the video. And if you are catching the video, the recording of the video, please type your questions as well. I will answer you as soon as I see it. Okay, so let's do this. So when to walk away, right? So it's a question that I hear from each and every one of my clients, as I said before, because as a woman, we are always insecure or not sure if it's us that are taking things so seriously and that are making it a big deal when it's not, or if it's really a big deal and we should walk away, right? This is actually the situation I hear the most of. Like, is it my fault? Is it me? Am I exaggerating? Or is it him? Did he really misbehave? So this is what I want to talk about. Well, I'm gonna give you 4 situations actually where I would tell you as a psychologist or as a coach to walk away. I don't usually take this initiative. I prefer that my clients take the initiative themselves, but in those specific situations or going through this exact steps, this is what I would advise you to do. So the first thing I want you to do, so let's say the situation. So you feel that you're overwhelmed, that you are fighting a lot, and you're not sure if the problem is coming from you or from him, or there's some kind of like problem in the communication or whatever it is. So here I want you to assess reality. Like, I remember this lady, she came to me this morning and she was asking me all the time, do you think I'm a crazy person? Do you think, this is how we feel at the end of a fight with a guy usually. So yeah, let's see if you're a crazy person. So let's assess reality. Let's see what is really happening in this relationship, in this argument, in this fight. You need to separate the truth, the reality, from your fears and your worries and your own drama, right? This is what guys like to call us, drama queens. So let's see if you're really being a drama queen, or if it's actually fair that you reacted this way, or you're making it a big deal. Okay, so you need to separate this. You need to see, to get clarity, if it's really your fears. So go back to the beginning of the argument, the trigger, and let's analyze step by step what is happening. Maybe it's not one argument, maybe it's a series of arguments, maybe it's what's happening in the whole relationship, the way things are going between you. So let's try to see if it's really the truth. So if it's the truth, you're gonna have proofs, right? This is what makes something a reality, something the truth. It's because you have a proof that it's true. So as long as you don't have a proof of what you're saying, it means that it's just in your head. It's just toxic mind talking about it. I talked about toxic mind last week. If you didn't get this video, this training, please go back and see this video, because toxic mind can be really amazing, I promise you. So you need to see if it's toxic mind working here, or if it's really something serious, and that this guy is really misbehaving, okay? So once you have the proof that it's reality, you will act differently than if you feel that actually maybe it's coming from you and from your own fears and from your own triggers and traumas. So let's see in each situation what to do. If you feel that it's really bad, that, you know, like it's not a subjective thing, he called you names or whatever it is, he's always nagging, you fight every night, so this is something true, this is something actually happening, it's reality. So here you have the proof that it's real. It's not like you're not imagining something, right? It's not a scenario. So here you need to assess why you are still with him, although all this is happening. So this is happening. So what is keeping me with this guy? Is it that we have kids together? Is it for financial reasons? Is it because at one time we were a great couple and I still want to fight for this couple? It's all fair, okay? Whatever your reason is, it's good. As long as you find this reason, you need to find the reason. And if the reason is something like coming from your ego, for example, something like, I will be a failure if I walk away. If this couple doesn't work, it will be my failure. Please, it's the best sign for you to move on quickly. You know, like it's a red flag, you know? So if you feel that you're with him just because you don't want to accept that it's a failure, please, the door is there. Walk away right now. If you're with him for concrete reasons like the kids, financial reasons, any kind of health issues or whatever it is, here you need to take it, you know, like each case will be different. So here you need, maybe if you would like to talk to me about it, I can help you with that if you're in this situation. But I cannot say that there's a general thing to do here, because each case is very particular, and I won't move past this boundary and telling you to live in this kind of situation. So unless you have this kind of issues or blocks or obstacles to walk away, if you don't find any reason why you're still with him, that's your answer. Why are you still with him? Just because you got used to it? Because it was good at some point? Or because, you know, like all these kind of reasons? That's a sign. Don't you want to feel loved again? You know, like whatever your age is, you still can find love, and you're just wasting your time and his time. So what are you doing? Wasting your life? Of course not. We want crazy love in your life, okay? And the first step of the first proof that you are crazy in love with yourself is to always fight for what you want and what you need. And I'm sure that you don't want to be in this kind of relationship, this toxic relationship, where you're fighting all the time, arguing, or where you feel frustrated, or where something is not working. So love yourself and walk away, okay? So if it's the reality, you need to do this. If you feel that actually there is no proof that it's that bad, but you are always worried and anxious and in fear, etc., here you need to work on your fears and your own triggers and your own wounds. And I would recommend to go see a specialist, so a psychologist or a coach, preferably a psychologist. I'm a psychologist and a coach, so if you're interested, I can help you. But anyway, whoever it is, you need professional help to work on these wounds and blocks that are preventing you from really embracing the relationship, and that, you know, like sometimes I've seen a lot of women who create the trigger. So they are so insecure, or they are so traumatized by any specific situation that happened in their past and they have this lack of self-esteem, and they feel that they cannot be loved again, or that they don't deserve to be loved again, or they don't trust men anymore because of whatever happened to them before. They will create this issue that doesn't exist in reality. So they will create an argument, they will create an issue that will force him to react. So you need to observe that as well. And this is why it's important to have professional help in this kind of situation, okay? What else? I had another idea on my mind. Yeah, so, sorry for that. So, you keep asking yourself if it's the fear or the reality. This is the first situation when I would advise you to walk away. The second thing is ask yourself, to observe yourself actually, how many times do you wonder if you should walk away? Because like spontaneously when I read this question in my group, and then this lady asked me when to walk away, it was weird because my spontaneous answer was, if you're already asking yourself this, it means that you already know that you want to walk away. Because if you're in a great relationship, you won't even feel the need to walk away. But if you're asking this, it means that something in you is telling you to leave. Let's talk about myself a bit. I walked away from a relationship not so long ago, and I can tell you that as soon as I felt that something was not working anymore, I listened to my guts and I took the step. It was very scary because it was a long relationship and there's a lot of history here, but I loved myself more than I loved him, and this is why I took this step. And I was brave enough to embrace the unknown. And usually this is what is scaring women. It's that the unknown, like, I'm gonna leave him after all this time, and then what? Well, then you will be free to create the life you want. You will be free to attract the right kind of man, or even if it's not the right kind of man, you will feel free to create the life you deserve and you like. You won't have any more reason to be frustrated or sad or depressed. So fight for yourself, fight for your dreams, ladies. It's not worth it. You're just losing time. So let's go back to my idea. As soon as you start getting the thought that, okay, when to walk away, you're asking yourself that, it means that you're already unsure of this relationship. You're already feeling that something is not working. So here you need to observe how many times, how frequently are you thinking about it? Are you wondering, is it time to walk away? And when you're gonna feel that it's really, really too much, like it's very frequent, like every day, or like once a week, or every weekend, I think about it, it means that something is wrong and that you need to walk away. Because if it's that frequent in your mind, it means that a part of you is feeling that you're like, you need to escape. It's an escape. Walking away is like an escape. It's like you are living, this relationship is a prison now. You're living in a prison and you want to find a way to breathe again. So yeah, listen to your guts. If this idea crossed your mind in the first place, it's for a reason. It means that something is not working. Always listen to your guts. Okay, so let's move to number 3, the third situation. Or the third thing you need to ask yourself. It's something a beautiful lady told me a long time ago when I was in one of my previous relationships. And I was not sure if it was worth it to stay with that particular ex. And she asked me, are you laughing more than you're crying? And this is really something that I've always followed. To ask myself, are the moments of tears and sadness more frequent, more present than the moments of joy and excitement and love? And this is what you should do. You should assess which one is more present in your life. Do you feel that you cry more than you laugh? Well, lady, you need to walk away right now, because life is not about crying. Life is not only about sacrificing yourself, and love is not about sacrificing yourself only. Love is about sharing a beautiful, beautiful gift, and it's about giving the other and receiving as well. And if you're not receiving love and you're just giving love, it means that something is broken in this relationship. And this is why you're frustrated, and this is why you're crying. So no, as long as you're crying more than you're happy, it's a sign that you should walk away. You know, like in every relationship we fight. In every relationship we have moments of sadness, or maybe a little separation for a while, or we can be together, you know, at the precise moment because, you know, like you're fed up. You know, we are two human beings and we are different, and sometimes it just doesn't work, right? But the real relationships will move forward. They will deal with this efficiently. They will communicate. They won't let the sadness take over and overwhelm one of the partners. So if your partner knows that you're crying over a problem that you had together, and he doesn't take a step to make it work or to comfort you in any way, it means that something is not working. It means that he's letting you cry instead of making it a moment of connection and bonding. So you need to go. You need to leave right now. If you're having some kind of troubles at the moment, but you know that the relationship is strong and that you have a lot in common and you are sharing a lot of good moments as well, you can be patient for a while. I'm back. Sorry ladies, the connection was gone. I'm back. So I was saying that if you feel that you're not sure if the joyful moments are more present than the sadness moments, so be patient for a while, observe it. Maybe it's just a bad moment that is going to pass. You can be patient, especially if it's a long-term relationship, and then take your decision. Okay? And finally, and number 4, and this is like the most important one for me. This is the non-negotiable one. This is the one where I would advise any woman at this precise moment to walk away. Not walk away, run away. I want you to run if you're in this situation. In case of any kind of abuse. If you are in an abusive relationship, is it physical abuse, or psychological abuse, or emotional abuse, you need to walk away right now. You need to run and hide. Hide for a while until you know what to do. But I want you to run away from this guy, because if he's abusive, it means that he doesn't love you. Because love is not about abuse. When you love someone, you want to protect him, not to make him live in fear of any kind, okay? So physical abuse, we all know what it is. If he hits you or whatever, please run. If he's psychologically abusive or emotionally abusive, you need to run. Sometimes you don't recognize abuse. So I'm going to tell you what is exactly abuse. Simply put, abuse is the fact that he's hurting your ego. As long as you feel that this guy is hurting your ego in any way, calling you names, making you feel that you're not worthy, or whatever he's doing that is hurting your ego and you feel that is disrespectful, that you won't tolerate coming from someone else, it means that he's abusive. So I want you to take your things and run away right now and vanish from his life, because an abusive guy will never change, never, ever, okay? So ladies, don't hope, don't find excuses for this kind of guy. Like, now he's stressed, or I know he likes me but he was in a bad mood, or you know, like, this is just his character, but you know, he's very sweet at some moments. No, these are all excuses. Walk away right now. As a psychologist, I'm telling you, these men will never ever change, okay? So these are my 4 points. I'm gonna repeat the four points. Meanwhile, if you have a question, type it in. I don't see questions yet. So let's let's repeat it. When to walk away. The first thing I want you to do to know if you need to walk away is to assess if it's reality or your fears that is making you wonder about this. Is it true that these kind of things that are triggering you and that letting you wonder if you need to go are things that are happening in the reality? Or so it's things that you have proofs of? Or it's things that are in your head, in your toxic mind? Is it coming from your fears or your worries or your traumas? If it's the reality, you need to assess why you're still with him, although he's acting this way. If it's your fears, you need to work on your traumas and make sure that you are not self-sabotaging, okay? The second thing is that you need, as soon as you're starting to get this idea more and more frequently, you need to ask yourself why it's so present in your life. Is it that you feel that you're in a prison and that you need to escape? In this case, you have your answer. It means that something is dead inside of you, or something wants to get free, you know, like to be free again, because you think that you're in this kind of prison in this relationship. So if it's becoming very frequent that you ask yourself, should I leave, should I leave, should I leave? Well, yeah, your guts are telling you that you should leave, actually. The third point is that you need to assess if you're having moments of tears and sadness more frequently than moments of laughter and joy and love, etc. If it's working this way, it's not worth it to be in this kind of relationship. Love is not about crying and sacrifice. Love is about joy, it's about happiness, it's about sharing, and it's definitely not about frustration. So okay, I'm back again. I'm sorry about this crazy connection. So I was telling you that you're gonna recognize abuse as long as you feel that he's hurting your ego, as he doesn't have any kind of respect for you. He's hurting your self-esteem. Here you're gonna know that you're in an abusive relationship. Okay, ladies. So I don't see any question. If you're catching the recording, please, I want you to ask me your questions. I'll answer you as soon as I see it. Also, I'm gonna invite you to join my community, The Walking Tall Woman. The link is on top of this video, so you can ask me your own questions and I can answer you in the coming weeks. Also, if you have any story that you want to share and you need some support, I can support you there because it's a closed group, a private group, very welcoming. If you want to know what are the 6 hidden mistakes a confident woman never makes in a relationship, I have my freebie on top of this video that you can download as well. What else? And finally, please, if you like this video, I want you to share it so I can inspire more women around the world and change more women's life. Okay, so I'm sending you a lot of kisses and positive vibes and wishing you a great weekend, and I'll see you very, very soon.